Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, and this is a video that a lot of people have asked me to do. It's a video on the movies that I'm really looking forward to seeing in 2013. It's only a few days right now into 2013, so I went through the things that are coming out, and pretty much just made a list of the ones that I'm interested in seeing, or some of them I'm really interested in seeing. The first one comes out very soon. It's the Marlon Wayans spoof film. He didn't direct it, he wrote it though, called A Haunted House. I really loved the first two Scary Movie films. Dance Flick, which I think Marlon Wayans was one of the writers in, was okay. And some of the other ones, White Chicks I liked. But when it comes to spoof, like these kind of, raunchy, R-rated kind of spoofs like that, this is one that I really am looking forward to seeing. I'm surprised, though, that he didn't get, Keenan Ivory Wayans and Shawn Wayans and stuff in them. Damon Wayans, though, has never been in the spoofs. I would love to see one where, all of them, all the Wayans brothers and their sisters and everything are in them. But they haven't really done one like that when, everyone was in them. The next one, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger's return to the leading role. He's been in a couple little parts in the last year when he just finished being the governor, but now he's finally going to, going back into doing leading roles, and he's working like crazy lately. He's got all these things coming out. But the first one is The Last Stand, and it's kind of like he's playing the sheriff, and Johnny Knoxville's in it. It looks like an interesting one. I'm really just interested in seeing him in another, leading role again. I would also love to see him in a comedy again. I know people kind of had mixed opinions with him and comedy, but I always loved him in Last Action Hero, which was a little bit more comedic, and of course, The Kindergarten Cop and Twins, those kind of ones, and the other one, Junior. A lot of people didn't like Junior. I liked Junior for some reason. I thought it was funny. I heard that they were talking about doing a Twins too. I really would like to see that. The next one is the spoof film. It has a whole bunch of different directors on it. Now, a lot of people, when they see the trailer, are like, I don't know about this. This is stupid. I've seen the trailer, the Red Band one, and to me, it looks good. I like seeing people you don't normally see doing kind of dirty things, and I don't know, there's something about that movie 43, which is that spoof film, that looks interesting. It's a whole bunch of stuff a lot of these actors, are not normally doing, and it makes it kind of interesting to me. I don't exactly know the plot. I'm sort of wondering if it's kind of like vignettes, a little bit like the Groove Tube and Kentucky Fried Movie and those kind of things, where it's 5-minute pieces with them. And because it's I've never seen a movie too with the amount of actors, name actors ever, and I'm sure they're done in cameo pieces. And I guess since it's so many directors, that's what I'm guessing is it's all done in little vignettes. Either they're going to do piece by piece, a little bit like Everything You Want to Know About Sex, but We're Afraid to Ask, the Woody Allen film, or they're going to kind of combine them together. That I don't know yet. The next one, a lot of people kind of don't seem to be that excited about this. To me, it looks interesting. It's a totally different take on the zombie movie, which, zombies are very popular right now with The Walking Dead. And The Warm Bodies, to me, it looks interesting. The cast is pretty good in it. I don't know. To me, it looks like it looks interesting. I don't know. It's the girl that falls in love with a zombie and kind of, falling in love and they start to turn back little by little. And, the world is on the hunt for killing the zombies, but these zombies can kind of talk and stuff. It looks interesting to me. It's like a whole bunch of bubs from Day of the Dead, kind of. The next one is the Jason Bateman, Melissa McCarthy one. And this one, I want to see this, but this one could not be amazing. It could be kind of just alright. But it's identity theft, when Melissa McCarthy's character steals Jason Bateman's identity and, is charging up his credit card and all this kind of stuff. And he goes after her, trying to find her. The next one is the Guillermo del Toro one that he produced called Mama. And one of those ones I think, with PG-13, a lot of PG-13 movies lately have gone a little bit further than you would think. So I'm interested in seeing that, but it's about the girls out in the woods. They end up, finding them after years out there, but they're talking to the walls and saying Mama. And it's, one of those, it looks sort of like The Grudge and that kind of thing. It looks like it could be interesting. Now this one, I have a feeling it's going to end up being PG-13 again. I really don't know. I know everybody's hoping that it's R-rated again, and he can say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and not yippee-ki-yay, mother, and all that kind of stuff that he had to do. But, you know, it's a good day to die hard. The trailer, like, I've seen 2 different trailers. The one looks a little bit more interesting than the other. I don't know. I'm interested in seeing it just because I like the Die Hard films. I really do. You know, I like the first and second one the best. The last one was okay. You know, these are kind of ones that I like watch. But yeah, with this PG-13 thing, I really don't understand why they're doing that. I mean, maybe you're making a little bit more money by being PG-13, but I don't know. That character's supposed to be like talking dirty and not like, you know, they're not really supposed to worry about things with that kind of movie. The next one is Stoker. I think that's how you say it. With, hopefully I wrote all these down right. The Nicole Kidman one with the girl, Nicole Kidman's character, I think, kills off the father and then the uncle moves in. And it's from the director of the original Old Boy. Looks really interesting to me. I mean, it looks like a kind of a different part for Nicole Kidman. Like, she doesn't normally play those kind of roles. So to me, it looks interesting. The next one, I really liked the last one. And, you know, for the most part, it seemed to get a better reaction. I remember seeing it in theaters. People were behind me going, I can't believe this really happened. Man, these people must be scared. I mean, some people actually believe these found footage movies. Like, yes, there are people that believe it. But it's The Last Exorcism 2. I don't know what happens in it, but I'm interested in seeing it. I really did enjoy the last one. Thought it was pretty creepy. I know the ending to it, a lot of people didn't love it. It wasn't a perfect ending, but I'm interested in seeing what they do with this. The next one's a horror anthology, and there's a whole bunch of different directors. I don't know if they're going to split up into parts. I think it's like 12 or 20 or something directors, and it's the ABCs of Death, and I'm thinking it's coming to theaters. I'm not sure the major release plan with it. I think it might be going to Demand first, something like that, but it looks like an interesting one. A whole bunch of different directors. The next one, the date was recently just changed for this. This was going to be coming out in the spring, and now I think they moved it to like Halloween, and it's the Carrie remake. You know, this is actually the second Carrie remake, because there was one with Angela Bates for the TV in like 2000 something. Might have been 99, 2000. And part 2 was almost kind of like a remake. It was like the same stuff again, pretty much. But, so technically it's almost like the third. I don't know. I'm interested in seeing it. You know, the cast is good in it. I don't know. It's one of those kind of ones that could work or couldn't, you know, may not. The next one looks like a very funny one. And I always kind of like magic and those kind of things. And it's the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. It's with Steve Carell and Jim Carrey as these magicians, and Steve Buscemi is in it. I mean, for what I've seen with it, it looked really funny. You know, I don't know too much about what happens, and I think it's like them trying to get back on the top. I like those kind of like Vegas, those kind of films I really like. The next one, now this one, I feel like this one might possibly be one of the best remakes. Now, you know, at least from the trailer, it looks pretty damn good. I mean, it's the Evil Dead, you know, remake, sort of reimagining. But the thing with it is, though, is Sam Raimi's behind it, Bruce Campbell's behind it, you know, putting up money. So, and you know, they would be on the set some of the time. So I feel like it's not going to get screwed up. I really feel like the way it kind of seemed was Sam Raimi really didn't want to do another one. He kind of wanted to revisit the thing. Because when you look at part 2, it was kind of the same thing as the first one. So this is kind of like the same thing. You could almost call this Evil Dead 4 if you wanted, in a way. You know, because it's like the same thing again, but looks really well done. You know, not from the trailer, doesn't look like a whole ton of CGI. Looks extremely creepy, like a lot of blood. And this thing with the gun getting cut in half was a good gag, you know. And I thought the girl, you know, down the cellar was very creepy. I don't know. I really have a feeling that one's going to be a pretty good one. Now this one, I'm going to watch this, but I feel like Marlon Wayans' version is going to be way better, because they're both pretty much spoofing the same thing, which is kind of interesting. It's Scary Movie 5. You know, the thing about this, though, is Anna Faris isn't in this. Anthony Anderson isn't in this. I don't think Kevin Hart is in this. So, you know, they lost a lot of people with this one. I mean, they got back some people like Chris Elliott, who's in the second one. I don't know if he was in any of the other ones, but I know he played the hand guy and the butler in the second one. you know, I'm going to see that. I like the movies, but without Anna Faris and stuff, I don't know if it really was that smart. The next one, I'm really interested in seeing this because I love the director, Harmony Korine, loved Gummo, you know, really weird-ass movie. But this is his new film, which is getting a lot of attention, and it's Spring Breakers with, you know, Selena Gomez, and it's a real different kind of part for her, James Franco, a bunch of different other people. Well, I mean, I haven't seen a trailer yet. I don't think one's going out yet for it, but it's one I'm interested in seeing. The next one, The Great Gatsby, that was supposed to come out like a year ago or something, or number of months back, and then they pushed it again. I think it was supposed to come out like Christmas or something. I mean, I know it was a while ago. I remember seeing the trailer. Then they changed the date. They did the same thing with the G.I. Joe one. They changed that one like way ahead of time. Wasn't really interested in it though. But they changed the Gatsby for a while. Like I don't know exactly when it's coming out now though. But the trailer to that looks pretty good. Star Trek Into the Darkness. You know, I like the last Star Trek one. I've gotten more into Star Trek lately, been watching the Next Generation. I really love the original series. But I'm really, you know, the trailer to this looks really pretty good. So I'm really interested in seeing this. The next one, and this is kind of going to be now, from what I was reading, a more of a road trip film, which I think is a pretty good idea, because, you know, if they have them stop at kind of like crappy roadside things, and, you know, who knows what they can do with this, but I'm interested in seeing The Hangover Part 3. You know, Part 2 I didn't think was as strong as Part 1, but I'm still interested in seeing what they do with this. This one, it's interesting with the trailers for this, you know, because, you know, when you used to see the trailers for M. Night Shyamalan movies, they used to, you know, always push his name and push The Sixth Sense, and now it's like, don't put his name on it. And it's too bad, because I really loved, you know, The Sixth Sense. The other one, you know, The Village, a lot of people didn't love that one. I liked it. You know, Unbreakable has an amazing, you know, twist to the film. You know, Samuel L. Jackson's great in the final scene of that movie. You know, that's the best part of the movie. I think most people would agree. And then the cut stuff, too. They cut some good stuff from Unbreakable with him on the ride and stuff as a kid. That was a real, like, whoa. But, you know, I like his stuff, but he's done some weird stuff lately, like The Airbender. And kind of like, I don't know, After the Lady in the Water didn't work very well. The Happening no one really liked. Really wasn't that great. You know, it was an interesting idea, but it just wasn't outstanding. But with this, the After Earth, the Will Smith film with him and his son Jaden Smith, you know, them going to Earth, and, you know, it's kind of like Jules Verne's, you know, thing with the big bugs and all that kind of stuff. It looks interesting. You know, I mean, I'm really interested in seeing it. The next one is the bank heist kind of film with the magicians that are like robbing the money in Now You See Me. That looked like a pretty interesting one. The next one is the new Superman film, which, you know, with me, when it comes to like superhero movies, there's some that I like I really, you know, Batman, absolutely love. I know he's not technically, people say, a superhero. And I always liked the Superman movies. And you know, the last one, the thing that the last one had going for it was Brendan Routh really looked like, you know, Christopher Reeves, and really looked like Superman. And that was pretty much what it had going for it. But the movie was not outstanding. The new one, the trailer looks very good. Definitely interested in seeing it. The next one, now this one looks like it could be a really funny one, and it's with, you know, Seth Rogen, James Franco, you know, all the people that are in all the Judd Apatow movies, like that whole core group of people, and it's them playing kind of a spoof version of themselves, but technically themselves, but I don't know exactly which ways they're going to take it, but it's, you know, they're acting still, but they're playing technically themselves, and it's like during the end of the world and what happens. I mean, I don't know too much about it right now, but looks good. The next one, Kick-Ass 2. Really love the last one. Really interested in seeing what happens with this one. Don't know a whole lot about it. I know Jim Carrey's in this. I don't think Jim Carrey was in the other one, as far as I can remember. The next one is Insidious Chapter 2. You know, I thought Insidious was one of the creepiest movies in a long time, and a very successful horror movie. I really look forward to seeing the new one. They got everybody back from the cast, even Lynn Shay, which I'm so happy she's in this again, because I really liked her character in that. I'm guessing that it's just going to kind of pick right up after the other one ended, because the other one kind of ended open-ended a little bit. The next one is Spike Lee's, pretty sure it's Spike Lee, Old Boy, which I have not even seen the original one, but I really want to see this one. This one, I really love the Nick Frost films that he does with, Simon Pegg. I mean, not Nick Frost. I'm blanking on his name, but it's the Nick Frost, Simon Pegg films, The World's End. And the last one, I like the last one. I didn't read the books, so I have absolutely no idea what happens in the sequel, so I actually kind of happy, because it's going to be like a new experience when you see it, because I don't know a thing about it. But it's the Hunger Games Catching Fire. Like I said, I like the last one, but I have no idea what happens in the sequels. And these ones I'm kind of on the fence about. The Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, don't know. Beautiful Creatures, has that cool song in it, in the trailer. I don't know. The Oz, the Great and Powerful, that, some of the trailers are a little bit more interesting than others. I don't know about that one. The Lone Ranger and Grown Ups 2. Grown Ups 1 wasn't great. It was okay, but I liked a couple things in it, but it wasn't my favorite, of their kind of movies. But anyway, though, that was my list of the movies that I'm looking forward to seeing in 2013. So anyway, though, thanks a lot for watching, for subscribing. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Why'd I do that?